yeah, essentially, we've had a lot of people, kind of new people to the Discord and old people, just kind of hitting us up and wanting to exactly know how their Genesis will hold its kind of uniqueness amongst the collection. We tried to make this a bit clear when we did before the mint, but basically, your Genesis Flamingo and every single 777, every single one, those backgrounds, I think, are an important thing to remember as a collector and a holder, right? Because that colored background, that purple dark midnight style background, will be featured in the larger pool and the larger collection. However, it is already a rare background in terms of the entire collection, right? So we wanted those midnight backgrounds to be rare.
Oh, Freud, I'm losing you a little bit.
Can't hear, bro.
We lost you.
He just like faded out. Oh, there he is.
You good? Are we there?
Yeah, you're there now.
Yeah. So basically, the 777 backgrounds in the Genesis series. There's only like a couple of hundred, maybe 100 left of them for the entire remainder of the pool. So all of you Genesis holders have rare backgrounds. That's one thing to remember. You've been guaranteed a rare background in comparison to the rest of the collection. And yeah, you're the only flamingos that have your wing in. There is doesn't matter how, for the rest of the supply and for the rest of the collection, the Genesis will always be extremely distinct and very easy to pick. It's a midnight background with your wing in. So yeah, there's some very definite uniqueness aesthetically that you guys, and we've made sure we gifted the Genesis series. But as Alex said, we're kind of working on how to further that in terms of utility and whatnot.
That is super interesting. So like, there's I like this idea.
Free mint as well.
So I do like this concept of like, it's not gonna look like a completely different series, but the Genesis ones.
Microsoft in.
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that, boys. So I was gonna say I like this concept of that. These Genesis aren't gonna look completely different than the next series. We are still the same Pink Flamingo Social Club. It's just the idea that you're kind of granting us rarities in these Genesis is super nice. I like that. So
yeah, it was a bit of a challenge just to think about how to do it.
Yeah, 100%. Now, have we thought through more of what the potential roadmap is going to look like? I know this is still kind of all a little bit up for debate and whatnot. So where are we at with what we're thinking right now?
So, we're thinking in the exact same line of what we were chatting about, and what we've sort of announced. We've loosely announced that we're doing, obviously, a mint on Ethereum, the other main mint on Ethereum.
Yep.
But, one thing, and that will be an element, but, one thing that the community has definitely spoken about quite a lot is obviously the fears about gas fees and all of that. So right now we're essentially sort of revisiting the chains that are possible for us to mint on and bridge with. And we're having a lot of awesome, exciting success in that space, chatting with the AnySwap crew and also our devs in a way that we could actually do, instead of doing one big drop on Ethereum, doing a couple of multiple smaller drops on other chains, and then having the great migration come back at some point. And this would give our Genesis holders the opportunity for their bonus free mint to potentially avoid having to pay any gas fees at all, or very, very small amounts of gas fees, and not the ridiculous ones that we don't want to put anyone through that if we don't have to.
Right.
To just to prove a point of the migration thing. There's a cool other ways to do that, and Ethereum will still definitely be a part of it, but we're just yeah, without saying too much, because we're just finalizing a few things, and we're gonna definitely make an announcement this week, in the next few days. But that's the line of thinking. So same sort of plan, but maybe a bit more diverse and also sort of inclusive of some other chains to make the migration that much more like awesome.
Yeah,
When it
I
happens.
like the concept because I mean, just before our chat, Max was talking about doing some project with it's like 24 chains that the bridge is gonna integrate with. So yeah, you bring up a lot of possibilities when you start talking about like bridging AVAX people over and Binance people over and Ethereum people over, like Matic. Yeah, that is a super interesting
Yeah.
concept.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's cool. It's cool as shit, and it really just makes the bridge a lot more like versatile.
Well,
Like what you
it
said
shows
before,
it off. Yeah, it shows it off
yeah,
big time.
I think
Okay.
we still like hold and wait for the great migration. Like I still think the great migration needs to be great. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's something we were going to keep in mind.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a lot of it's going to come from the community of like, we're gonna. You might have all these mints happen, and the community I think is going to be doing the marketing that prepares people for like, hey, yeah, you're going to mint this thing here, but like, be ready to be moving that. And then I think there's an aspect to like, essentially the community gets to pick a day or a weekend, and it's like an event. It's a big ass event where that's all we're doing on Twitter all day is talking about this great migration and migrating everybody over to Phantom.
Yeah, and then we party.
yeah.
And then we party with our Pinksy Dust and fucking,
Fucking earth.
Okay, so I guess because you guys are still talking with the AnySwap team, which I mean, just the fact that alone is bullish. So I guess a lot of the details are still being worked out, like what the potential total supply of all of this is going to be. How many on each chain? How many chains are we going to touch? I guess that all that stuff's still being worked out, right?
Yeah, I mean it's roughly we want to do sort of 3 or 4 chains, and our currently our announced total supply is 7777. Can almost guarantee that we will reduce that supply, having sort of read the market a bit more, and obviously we want to just push the value a lot more, and especially into our Genesis series. So like obviously reducing supply wherever is good for that. So yeah, we're just kind of like again figuring some stuff out there, and as always with this project, we would love anyone's input and community feedback as we sort of work through this at the moment. But I suppose the big thing is just nailing down the exact capacity of what's possible with the AnySwap bridge, which is from everything that we've been told within the chats, it is extremely versatile. So we can pretty much do all of the above, which is exciting.
Bullish as fuck.
But then
goddamn.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so
then just get working on the metaverse sort of Pink Flamingo Social Club, and so we can actually, really utilize like some extra stuff down the track, like the Pinksy Dust and doing all of that stuff inside this club, so we can do live streams and stuff like that. So.
Alex, is Mount Gunji still there?
In here?
Is it Mount Gunji? We're having a look
at
Mount
Gunji. Yeah.
Yeah, we're having a look at a mountain the other day. Tinfoil.
Mount Ganji. What's this?
Well, we were just doing a bit of browsing through 8-bit nostalgia.
Oh.
Looking at their metaverse land and just just sussing the market.
Yep. Yeah. I fucking had one. I had one swept underneath my feet today. Floor got up a little too fucking quick. Lost one. Yeah. It's fucking crazy how that works.
This color scheme, like the mountain, it's on a lake. it's a volcano or a lake, and it's
Ooh.
like colors. It's pretty fucked up how epic it is, how perfect it is.
Well, I find this super interesting that you're building this. This is a we'll just call this a community project. You're building this community project that is essentially drawing an awesome fan base for you. And then I'm assuming that the idea is you want to get into your fine art. And I find that super interesting in the idea that I've been in some of these metaverse galleries, like the kind of like the really built up ones in Decentraland and stuff. And it gets super interesting in the idea of potentially, long-term thinking, but the idea of us using our little flamingo avatars walking around in this gallery that has your fine art, where the flamingos is what built the community, but then you're showing off your one of one pieces in the social club.
Well, you're spot on, dude. Just to give you a bit of context as well, we're a multifaceted kind of band, and in a lot of ways that we cover all of the kind of different mediums. We're filmmakers, we're visual artists, we're musicians. We kind of try and cover the board in a lot of ways. So the Pink Flamingo Social Club, I think first and foremost will be social. It'll be a place in my crazy brain where people come and fucking hang the fuck out and party, right? Mm-hmm. Pixie dust. It's an the beginning. But where you can party in this metaverse, in my brain, could be, there's a film theater where we're fucking premiering films that we're working on, and
right.
There's an art gallery. There's a fucking amazing.
So you're like a media conglomerate, basically.
Kind of.
And then
without that disgusting word.
Yeah. Of course.
Being more of an art collective.
Right.
Is kind of what our hometown has branded us in a lot of ways.
Right.
So just creating this Pink Flamingo Social Club hotel thing where people just have a myriad of different arts to come and just consume, and not only just ours, showcasing art from all around the world,
Yeah.
And hanging out and fucking partying.
100%. I mean, this is why I'm so bullish on you guys, because as a team, you guys are so much more than just this. And the idea that you're getting into filmmaking and all the different avenues. There's literally a million ways that you could just bring value back to these Genesis flamingos. To me, it almost doesn't feel like a worry at all in my mind, because you could get into the ideas of you want to produce TV shorts. It's similar to what Stoner Cats is doing, where you have to be if you're a holder of Stoner Cat, you get access to the website that has these basically little TV shows.
I love that. That's so sick.
So there's that concept, but then you could even get into okay, maybe you want to make something else, and a bit of the royalties are going back to the Genesis holders. I mean, you can literally take it a million different ways, which again is why I'm so bullish on this.
That sort of royalty stuff as well is definitely a big thing that we're sort of discussing and looking for, utility in the future going down that route. So absolutely.
Well, because I know I wish he was in here still, but he's not. We had our comic guy in here for a little bit, but there's the idea. So this guy draws comic pages and he releases a page, but then he created an AR app. So when you're looking at your comic page, you pull your phone out, pull the app up, and you scan the page, and now it's like an AR. The page comes to life. But then you get into there's so many ways to go with that in terms of, well, obviously you could turn a comic into a show, but then you could, you start bringing royalties back. It's almost like the Kickstarter for everything, where then you can bring a royalty percentage back to the original page holders. And then there's the idea of, when you're building this, when you've produced a product that people love. You've created a community that people love. You've gotten yourself a bit of a financial backing. Like, you essentially can take any idea anywhere you want, and like, you have the bargaining tools to get backing.
Yeah.
Even if it's like a bigger idea, of like, we want to produce a TV show, 20-minute fucking shows. The idea of building this up from the grassroots. Like, if I'm a executive producer of something, and I'm assembling, my team or the idea of like, okay, what do we need to produce? And a team of you guys come up and say, hey, look, here's our product. Here's our community already. So there's a fan base already. We have all these pieces. I can imagine that it's going to be hard for some of those platforms to be able to turn people like you down. Like, they'll just want to get behind you. So again, I'm super bullish on the fact that you guys are a bit of an art collective.
Well, thanks, man. And yeah, we're so keen and again open and want to just create this space where others can come in too and share their work and collaborate, because I reckon there's some serious talent out there. So let's put it all together.
Yeah.
Cool shit.
Yeah, because I would honestly really love to see some collaboration getting involved. Especially just if we're talking about bridging these flamingos over from multi-chains and whatnot. The idea of collaborating with our artists in the FANTOM ecosystem. Yeah, I'm super bullish. And again, this is it's kind of why we as a community came up with this idea. It's this idea, like, this. It really feels like this community-built project that is going to showcase everything that we want to showcase.
Fucking A, dude. Let's do it.
Community built project, homie. And we couldn't be more thankful that we found our space. That's the most exciting thing for us, regardless of Flamingos. We've been doing this a long time, dude. And it's only now that we've actually found the place where this is going to kind of do wonders.
Yeah. You give me goosebumps even thinking that, because I can only imagine. Yeah. I'm going through the same thing, man. I bounced around all the different chains and did everything, but you just end up, you get settled in, and it just feels so comfortable. You're just building a family from the ground up now.
Real, man.
I love it. I love it. I'm super happy for you guys. I'm really excited to, once you get more details, I guess, worked out.
So, regarding details, just to be clear, we'll be announcing that this week for sure. As soon as we get the green light to announce, we'll bring it out, and you'll hear it here first, I imagine.
Beautiful.
But one thing, Tinfoil, we kind of threw you under the bus on a tweet. We said if you name this flamingo on Twitter, you could win it. And we posted a picture of a flamingo.
Okay, so I need
and
this.
Then we said,
I need this tweet.
Gonna name it.
Yeah, if you can send me this link, because we'll do this right now.
Because we figure it would be too biased for us to choose. So,
I like
you
this.
pick the
All
best
right,
name.
I'm down for this. I did go through a few of them earlier. Okay, let's get our bird here. Let's make sure everybody sees the bird. Oh, he's a baller too, eh?
He's a fun.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just go through those replies. Ooh, Fitz. All right. Ooh, Gibbs got in here. Fergus is regarded as a flock star in the flamingo world and has never been seen without his famous top hat and sunglasses that cover his laser-cutting glare. Quite the charmer. Fergus always carries a rose at hand for any potential suitors. What a gentleman Fergus is. Ooh, Humphrey Flamford. That's a good one.
Did like that one too.
Ooh. Oh, I think Juna just got it though. Carlos Flamtana.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
That is a good one. And it's funny because as soon as I think of Carlos Santana, I kind of think of that, like him wearing a hat like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's the winner.
Juno's gonna win this one. Carlos Flamtana. Oh, that's awesome.
Good shit.
Oh, that's a great little contest.
Well, thanks for picking, because we were like, how do we create a contest?
That's a great little
Thinking,
contest.
yeah, because we kind of want to maybe have everyone be able to, like, it'd be so funny once people start choosing the names for their Flamingos.
Yeah.
Once they enter the social club, like,
Yeah.
they got to have a name to go under.
Well, so I wonder if there's an aspect of that can be added eventually, whether it be some kind of like naming rights on entry of the social club or something, and then you could like almost work in a naming price structure.
Awesome.
Maybe it's
Even
like
if
maybe
it's
it's
just,
a
like,
free
held up,
maybe it's like a free name change like on entry of the social club, and then after that, it's 10 FTM per name change, or some shit.
Yeah, if you're indecisive of your name and you keep wanting to change your name, you have to pay.
Yeah. And then those fees can go back to holders or some shit. You could.
Yeah, totally. That's a sick idea. I mean, there's so many possibilities.
Oh, that's what I mean. Like, it's so fucked. The space is so crazy. Like, yeah, and the fact that you guys are, this art collective that you're doing music. Like, I would love to hear what the fucking social club like soundtrack sounds like. Like what's the music playing in the social club? Yeah, I love where you guys could take all of this. I mean, Freud, I don't want to see you spend all your time on the Flamingos. Obviously, you have a passion outside of the Flamingos, but I just think what you guys are building is amazing. Yeah, this idea of building the community from the outside, and then I'm super excited to get into your fine art, man. I'm a big fan of one pieces. I'm buying Splargs and Clockworkies and Bononos, and I've got a ton of my favorite one artists. So I am super excited to see that stuff.
Yeah, dude, it's all coming. Like, I think one thing to be aware of is we've been working on this album and this story for over 5 years. So that's a narrative that has some serious legs. And yeah, same. Like, to be honest, one project at a time, dude. At the moment, I'm in Flamingos, that's where my heart is and what I'm doing. But I'm pretty excited to shift gears and get back into the Yukon City Centers, Boss Moxie stuff.
Amazing. Well, gentlemen, is there anything else you wanted to get out here?
I think just thanks for being part of the Genesis series, and we're only just beginning, especially with all of this roadmap and everything. So future is bright for the Pink Flamingos.
Oh, the Great Migration is going to be so much fun.
Great Migration is coming,
dude. It's going to be so much fun. Like it's funny because there's these little you just get involved in these little cult communities on Twitter. Like right now, it's kind of like the frogs are kind of taking over with what Spell and Danny and them are doing. But yeah, I love what is 100% going to be happening when these Flamingos are on other chains, and we as a community, because this is what we've been trying to do forever, is just get people over using Phantom. And now you've given us this avenue to essentially market Phantom even more. Where it's like, hey, yeah, look, we've literally given you guys fucking Flamingos over on your chain. A bridge has been built. You have to come try Phantom.
Oh, yeah.
No, love it, boys.
Well, on that note, the Great Migration is coming, and we will have some more announcements soon.
So exciting. So exciting. So, everybody, if you want to drop your Discord link in the voice chat text, everybody pay attention to Discord, because there's some announcements potentially coming out this week. And then I've opened you guys up a spot in our Discord here. If you go down to kind of Powered by the Rabbit Hole, I've got you a nice little spot in there. So please feel free to always be in here keeping us updated on what's going on. That's your little zone. So whatever you want to get out.
Thanks. Much appreciated.
As well, Tinfoil, thanks so much, man. I appreciate it personally, just everything that you do for artists and the immense amount of time that you spend and you put into doing this, man. It's like super. It's just fucking epic. You're an absolute mad cunt. As we say in Australia.
I appreciate it big time, man. Yeah, it's crazy that I just got into this because I'm enjoying it, and now this idea that we're all just kind of changing lives together is just wag-me, right? Wag-me.
Wild, man.
All right, boys. Well, appreciate it. Time for me to go get something to eat. I do have another AMA in about an hour. Let me double check who I got this one with. But yeah, that was Pink Flamingo Social Club. You gotta get a fucking flamingo. Prices are only going up. And will only continue to go up the more this gets. The more the roadmap gets coming out. And I'm so fucking bullish on this.
There's some fucking steals on the marketplace right now.
Bro, I'm already looking at that black one at 420 going like, might go move some funds around.
I feel like there's a lot of people who don't know that the rarity stats are out. So make sure you get on that rarity stats and jump on the marketplace at the same time.
That's a
Have
great
a fun
call.
time.
That's a great call. Thank you, sir, for that little heads up. Ladies and gentlemen, take her easy.
Cheers, brother.